Welcome to part 6, the table element, created with the table tag. So the table element is one of the more complex elements in that it requires multiple levels of nesting. So this list right here summarizes the table element and its levels of nesting. So at the top level, we have the table tag itself. Underneath it, we can place either t-head or t-body. So this logically separates the head of the table from the body of the table. Now, when we want to insert actual rows in our table, we use the TR tag, which obviously stands for table row. And the TR tag can appear under T-head or T-body. Notice that it is the same here as it is up there. And then to place actual data or just values in the table, then we use the TH or the TD tags. So the TH is just slightly different. It stands for header. You can think of it as the header for the row. TD is just a simple value you want to place in the table. So it'll make more sense when we see an example. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to create a table using the table tag. So this is the outermost level. So it has both opening and closing tags. Now we're going to create a table with both a head and a body. So we're going to use the T-head tags and the T-body opening and closing tags here. Okay, so that creates the head of the table and the body of the table. We don't have any data yet. In order to add data, we have to use this TR. So we're going to create a row in the head using TR. So let's have one row in the header. And to create a row in the header, we're going to use these TH, or put values in the header. We're going to use these TH tags. So we're going to say they are, header data in the top row. So let's just manually create some coronavirus case and deaths data. So we'll just say the first value will be state, and then we will have, say, the number of deaths, and then the number of cases. So this is the very top row of the table, really the header of the table. So these are really like column names, essentially. We'll have 3 column names. So that'll be it for the header. Now in the body, we're going to actually have the data. So you can actually put TH or TD. And before this, so I forgot something. You need to have a TR. Number 1, to create the row first, so that's easy to forget because there's all these levels of nesting. So we're going to put a row in the body, and in this row is where we're going to actually put our data, but we will have a header for this row, if you will. So let's just say the first value will be Florida. That will be a state. And next, we're going to actually use TD to represent just plain old data, and you'll see the difference in here. So let's just say there are 10 deaths and some number of cases. So let's just put it like this. All right, so let's look at this is a complete table with a header and a body, 1 row in the header and 1 row in the body. So let's take a look at this before we execute it. So here's the outer level of nesting, the table tag. And then we have, right underneath that, we have the header, T-head, and the body, T-body. So within the head, we have 1 row, and within the body, we also have 1 row. And within the top header, we have 3 values. We're going to use the TH to place those values in. And in the body row, we're going to have also 3 values to align with those from the head, like that. So let's go ahead and enter this in and see how it renders. So it's very simple. Here's the top level of the table, the header of the table. Here's the body has 1 row, and it'll be easier if let's create another row. So I'm just going to copy and paste 1 row, put it in the body. We'll have different data. Let's say, change it up a little bit. So now we have another row for Texas, and that's how you can keep on adding rows in the body. So you just keep making new TR tags with either TH or TD. Now you can put either TH or TD tags in the row, and this will just have the effect of not making this a header of the row like that. This is a very simple table that we created manually. using the table tags, and then the other levels of nesting for T head, separating T body, and then actual rows using TR, and then the actual values using either TH or TD. Now, one little note is that T head and T body are not strictly necessary, so you don't even have to have these, but it's a good practice to have them, as it logically separates them for the programmer, to see the difference between the table head and the table body. Okay, so that's the basics of the table element.